Hey everybody, so look on the screen. Unfortunately, this mother and daughter are no longer here. They were shot. They were killed doing what's being reported as an ambush. This will be part A. Let's look at these two clips, and then, if you will, stick around for part B, which will be the commentary in a separate video. Unbelievable.
Now at 6, we have now learned it was a mother and her 11-year-old daughter who were shot and killed inside of an SUV in Worcester. And new tonight, we're hearing from the family of the victims. They tell our Beth Germano that they are heartbroken.
We are hearing from the family of Chastity Nunez and her 11-year-old daughter Zella, the victims of a violent shooting that stunned neighbors who heard the gunfire.
I could hear this sound that was not like anything I've heard before.
Getting reports of between 12 and 20 gunshots.
Neighbors say the shots were loud and fast, piercing through this Worcester neighborhood in broad daylight Tuesday afternoon.
Within seconds, it was over and done with, but you could hear dozens of rounds going off within just a few seconds.
Bullet holes riddled a parked SUV on Englewood Avenue, where the mother and daughter were inside, shot and seriously wounded, both later dying at the hospital. A relative, Tyree Sims, telling WBZ-TV, those behind the shooting have more than crossed a line when it comes to violence.
She was a little girl. She was a little girl. And they willingly did that. Like, looked, saw. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what upsets me. You saw that she was a little girl and did that. That's ridiculous.
Police say the two victims were ambushed, the street lined with evidence markers indicating the level of violence that erupted as neighbors called 911.
Englewood Ave, there's a Nissan Rogue at that location. It's got bullet holes all down the side of it.
City Councilor Etel Hadjieh, who lives up the street, says she's devastated by what happened and hopes the neighborhood can continue to feel a sense of safety.
The loss of life of these two precious to human beings and a mother and daughter. And I just have no words for how devastated this feels.
Now the question, who was behind the shooting and why?
When did it become okay to harm women and children? When did those gloves come off?
This remains a very active investigation as police try to piece together what led to this horrible tragedy.
Okay, so in the meantime, in between time, one suspect reportedly has been arrested. One of the characters, the suspects, are on the loose. So this one here in blue, oh my gosh, he looks like Mayweather to me. I'm just saying my opinion. It's not Mayweather, but it looks like him to me. This one here in blue, he's been arrested, and looks like this one here is the one that is, I believe, reportedly is on the run. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this one.
At the two men on your screen, one is on the run, that's on the left, and the other is behind bars. Both are suspects in the brutal killing of a mother and her 11-year-old daughter. Chastity Nunez was a decorated member of the National Guard, and Zella Nunez was a fifth grader with a bright future ahead of her. Two lives cut short by a shocking act of gun violence. WBC's Tammy Mutasa has been covering this developing story from the very beginning. And Tammy, one of those suspects stood before a judge today.
That's right, David. And investigators say it is thanks to surveillance video, cell phone records, and alert witnesses that they were able to identify the suspects in this horrific attack. But tonight, the community is still on edge, and a family is still praying for justice with one of the other suspects still out there on the run. This was the moment police say 28-year-old Karel Mangual was arrested at a Worcester gas station, wanted in the horrific shooting that took the lives of 11-year-old Zella Nunez and her 27-year-old mom, Chastity.
The cops, they were everywhere, the guns in the hand, so I didn't know exactly what's going on.
In court today, Mangual tried to hide his face as he faced armed assault to murder charges. Prosecutors say he had an accomplice in the deadly Englewood Avenue attack. This guy, 27-year-old Dejan Belnavis, who's still on the run.
There's still somebody out there, so no. I'm still on edge.
Prosecutors say two men were seen on surveillance video opening fire on the mom and daughter while they were just parked in an SUV in their own neighborhood. Then investigators say the shooters ran away to a white car. But thanks to a witness getting a license plate number, police traced the getaway car to Hartford, Connecticut. That's where prosecutors say surveillance video shows the same two men getting out. Mangual allegedly wore the same purple and black sneakers.
19 Englewood Ave, there's a Nissan Rogue at that location. It's got bullet holes all down the side of it.
Plus, prosecutors say Belnavis' cell phone pinged at the location at the time of the shooting.
We just had a very unsettling thing happen to this neighborhood. Something like this has not ever happened. So, I mean, I can't even imagine the family.
But the big question the victims' loved ones and community are still asking is why a mom and child? Zella was a beloved fifth grader in Worcester Public Schools. Chastity spent 4 years in the Army National Guard as a patient administration specialist, where she earned several achievement medals.
Let's go miss him. She was a great mom. Zella was the best goddaughter, little cousin, niece, like for everyone.
And right now, Mangual is being held without bail until his dangerousness hearing next week. As for Dejan Belnavis, well, police are still actively trying to find him. He is considered armed and dangerous. So if you...
Yes, call 911. All right, everybody. So correction. The one in the blue hoodie, he's the one that's on the run, and they have the one that had the cover on. Okay, so it's the reverse of who's on the run and who's been arrested. Stick around for part B, the commentary.